Kapag sagot mo ay Binay, that is correct. Pero tanong ko, is it Alfred or Albert Binay? Alfred or Albert Binay? So, if you have answered 5 years sa previous question, at if you have answered Albert Binay here, ang posibleng reason why you have forgotten the correct answer is interference. Under the information processing theory, there are 2 reasons for forgetting. Bakit hindi natin ma-retrieve ang isang information ng successfully? We have interference. Kapag interference, may naaalala kang ibang stimulus. For example, kaya na isasagot mo kanina 5 years kasi sa board exam, sa Prof Ed, maraming mga questions na related sa 5 years. For example, ilang years na hindi mo na-practice yung profession mo na kailangan mong kumuha ng refresher course. Sagot doon, 5 years. Isa pang question, pwede bang maging full-time teacher ang wala pang license? Yun. Ang sagot doon is yes, as long as makakuha siya ng lisensya within 5 years of the time of hiring. Posibleng when trying to recall the information na sagot sa ilang years valid ang para-teachers, yung mga information na yun ang naaalala mo. And that is an example of interference. Now, isa pa sa posibleng reason bakit hindi mo nasagutan yon, kung wala ka talaga nasagot, is decay. By the way, the answer for para-teachers, may mga sumagot na ng tama kanina, it's valid only for 2 years, but you could extend it for another 2 years. So, initial na 2 years, but it could be extended for another 2 years. So, that would be a total of 4 years. Pero kung wala ka talagang nasagot sa mga questions na yon, it's probable na nakalimutan mo siya kasi hindi mo siya ginagamit. And that is an example of decay. So there are 2 reasons for forgetting. Interference, may iba kang naaalala. So these are the dangerous na mga questions. Or decay dahil hindi mo siya nagagamit. Kaya there are ways naman for you to better remember those information. Still under information processing theory, how to migrate your short-term memory to long-term memory. In order for you to avoid interference, what you could do is elaboration. Elaboration is adding more meaning. Yung ginagawa natin ngayon na tinitingnan natin anong value nito sa board exam, anong value nito sa learning natin, preparation natin, ano ang value nito sa when we become teachers, that is an example of elaboration. So in order for you to better remember something or to migrate your short-term memory to the long-term memory, you add more meaning to it. Yung mga ginawa din natin na nag-piggyback method tayo, yung ginamit din natin na ginagawa natin ng kwento, those are examples of elaboration. Kapag rehearsal naman, paulit-ulit mo siyang gawin. Kaya, dun sa mga questions na, actually, ang ginawa ko sa preparation ko sa board exam, kasi ang isa din sa napakahalagang natutunan ko, especially from Sir Carl, is that effort talaga. It really requires effort if you want to pass or top the board exam. So I did extraordinary effort talaga so that I could top the board exam. So I identified which questions nagkakamali ako. Tapos nung na-identify ko na anong mga questions ang nagkakamali talaga ako, kahit paulit-ulit ko siyang sinasagutan, hinahanapan ko sila ng paraan para maalala ko sila. For example, yung SPC4, that is an example of elaboration. Pero if not, ang ginagawa ko, sinusulat ko sila sa isang index card. Tapos, dinadala ko sila sa work kasi may trabaho din ako during nagre-review ako. Kaya, sinusulat ko sa index card yung mga questions na nagkakamali ako. And that is an example of rehearsal. Paulit-ulit mong i-expose. Saan pa yan related ang rehearsal? Thorndike's law of learning. You have your law of readiness, law of exercise, and law of effect. Sige, may kakantahin ako. Tell me nga kung saang related na law of learning ito. I love you like a love song, baby, and I keep on repeat. Anong song yon? Anong law of learning yon related? Very good. Law of exercise. Kasi it's about repetitions. So, things that are more often repeated are best remembered. That's according to your law of exercise. Kaya dito related yung mga drills, repetitions. That is your law of exercise. How about yung song na Ribis ko, ang sarap ng feeling ko. Correct. That is your law of effect. Kapag ang isang learning experience yields satisfying or pleasurable na consequence, mas naaalala mo daw yung isang learning, or mas na-improve yung learning mo kapag ang consequence niya are satisfying or pleasurable. Kaya ribis ko, ang sarap ng feeling ko. Kapag how about this one? Handa na ba kayo? Rate again. Yan naman ay law of readiness. So, mas natututo daw tayo depende sa degree of preparedness natin and eagerness natin to learn. Kaya di ba kapag ikaw magre-review ka pero gutom ka, kaya di ba you are not really, you would lack the eagerness to learn, you would not have that complete degree of preparedness kasi may iba ka pang iisipin. Kaya when you study, when you review the board exam, make sure na wala ka ng ibang aatupagin. Yung mga jowa, sabihin mo, magre-review ka muna. So that is part of law of readiness. So again, handa na ba kayo? Law of readiness. I love you like a love song, baby, and I keep on repeat. Law of exercise, and ribis ko, ang sarap ng feeling ko. That is your law of effect. Ando naman, value nila again sa board exam. So we have discussed earlier information processing theory, which is also a favorite topic in the board exam. So again, we have two reasons for forgetting na pwedeng itanong sa board exam. Kapag may naaalala kang ibang stimulus, tulad nung Albert Binay, si Albert po, Bandura yon. So may naaalala kang iba kaya hindi mo siya masagutan ng tama. That is an example of interference. Pwede ding decay kasi hindi mo nire-rehearse yung isang topic. Pahaging mo lang siya na pinag-aralan. Next, you also have two ways to store your short-term to long-term memory. So short-term memory, short-term to long-term, you have your elaboration, wherein you will add more meaning. And you have also rehearsal. Paulit-ulit mo siyang gawin. Ang kinagandahan sa mga topics na ito, you could apply them on your own preparation for the board exam. So when you prepare for the board exam, it is very important you identify the questions that you are having difficulty remembering. Once you have identified those questions, you may employ those two strategies. Elaboration. Example, nung ginawa ko, tamang pagkasunod-sunod ng cognitive stages, SPC4. So ginawa ko, I added meaning, tinanong ko saan nag-aaral si John Piaget, sa SPC4. Kasi familiar ako sa word na SPC, Southern Philippines College, it also represented the correct stages of the cognitive development. S, sensory motor, pre-operational, C, concrete operational, and formal operational. And again, rehearsal or related sa law of exercise, if you really have difficulty remembering this information, you have to practice them. So do not be discouraged right away because there are ways for you to better remember information. So wala talagang shortcut in passing or topping the board exam. You really have to do exert effort, and if you must, answer them repeatedly, read them repeatedly. At ang value naman ito when we become teachers, we have to make sure that before we assess our students' learning, we give them ample time to practice. We give them, and let us also help them find the relevance and personal meaning of the information that we have given. So that is for better understanding and better retention. Related siya sa elaboration, related siya sa rehearsal. Again, when we become teachers, let us make sure that we give them ample time to practice, and we help them realize the personal value and meaning of ideas. And I guess we are down to the last question. Activity muna tayo. Write your name with LPT at the end. So yan, yung hindi mga magsusulat, may sumpa yan. Isulat nyo po pangalan nyo na may LPT sa dulo. Write your name with LPT at the end. After writing your name with LPT in the end, isulat nyo po around it mga reasons, pwedeng one word lang, reasons bakit gusto mong pumasa sa board exam. Again, write the reasons why you wanted to pass the LET. So your name with LPT, so it should look like this. It may look like this. This is a semantic map. So, your name with LPT at the end, tapos around it, isulat mo yung mga reasons why you wanted to pass the LET. If you're done, now this is one important question you have to ask yourself. Why do you want to pass the LET? Bakit nga ba gusto mong maipasa ang LET? And maybe you have already written your answers around your name with LPT at the end. So this is related to our theories of motivation. So yung mga sagot nyo dyan, they represent a certain reason, certain motivation. So there are many theories of motivation. Isa siguro sa pinaka-familiar sa inyo is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But let's discuss one, medyo hindi siya nadidiscuss masyado. It's McClelland's need theory of motivation. So posible yung mga reason na sinulat nyo doon is, it is represented by these three needs. You have your need for achievement, you have your need for power, and you have your need for affiliation. So again, McClelland's need theory of motivation: need for achievement, need for power, and need for affiliation. Let's discuss first the need for achievement. Your need for achievement is the drive to excel or to achieve in relation to a set of standard and to strive to succeed. Ito yung mga tao, kapag ang sinulat nyo is around your name with LPT around your name is gusto mong may patunayan sa sarili mo. Gusto mong patunayan na kaya mo. That is a need for achievement. So this is again the drive to excel versus a particular standard. The drive to excel against standard, to strive to succeed, that is represented by need for achievement. So yung iba sa inyo, the reason why you wanted to pass the board exam, you have the need for achievement. Next, need for power. The need for power is concerned with making an impact on others. So again, this is about making an impact on others. So if your reason why you wanted to pass the board exam is that if you wanted to contribute to nation building, that is your need for power. Or you wanted to lead young minds, gusto mong magabayan yung mga bata, that is a need for power. So again, need for power, it is the power concerned with making an impact on others, the desire to influence others, the urge to change people, and the desire to make a difference in life. So you want to have that opportunity that you could be able to provide for your family by, again, gusto mong makuha yung opportunity na yon, magkaroon ka ng certain position so that you would enjoy certain perks. Again, that is your need for power, especially on making an impact on the lives of others. Especially kung example is your family. You wanted to provide for your family, you want to have work to provide for your family. That is an example of need for power. And last is your need for affiliation. Yung iba wanted to pass the because we have varying reasons why we want to pass the let. Probably the reason why you want to pass the let is may mga taong minamaliit ka. Sadly, sometimes they are relatives, sometimes mga kapitbahay. But again, instead of getting overwhelmed sa mga pinagsasabi nila, focus on your preparation. Probably that's your reason why you wanted to pass the let, to prove them wrong. That could be your desire for affiliation, so that you would get their approval, you would get or maintain good relationship with them. So again, according to McClelland, we have a need theory for motivation. We have three needs. You have your need for power or need for achievement, the drive to excel. You have the need for power, your drive to make an impact on others, and the need for affiliation, the desire to establish or maintain friendly relationships. So, ang relation nito sa board exam, the board exam also asks about different theories of motivation. For example, yung kay Maslow, kapag nag-introduce na ng human aspect sa enterprises, that is Maslow. But if it mentions about need for power, need for affiliation, need for achievement, that is by McClelland. Particularly, that is the need theory of motivation, or need theory of motivation by McClelland. So, kapag yun ang nababanggit. Sa learning naman natin, it's very important. Again, this is related to our preparation for the board exam. It's very important that klaro sa inyo yung motivation nyo why you want to pass or top the board exam. Because to set your expectations, the board exam is very difficult. But mas magiging mahirap yung preparation nyo sa board exam kung kayo mismo hindi sigurado bakit kailangan yung pumasa sa board exam. Because if you really wanted so hard to pass or top the board exam, you would really do whatever it takes to make that come true. Regardless of reason, regardless kung gusto mo lang magkapera, gusto mong malibot ang Pilipinas, gusto mo makatulong sa bansa, gusto mo makatulong sa community mo, gusto mo makatulong sa pamilya mo, whatever that reason is, panghawakan mo yan, because that would help you prepare better for the board exam and endure all the struggles that you have to take in order for you to pass or top the board exam. And lastly, application natin sa classroom. As teachers, let us take time for us to discover what motivates best our learners. And if we are able to identify their motivations, then maybe we could employ that, use that to our advantage to get their participation, to get their engagement. Baka kasi kaya hindi siya nakikinig, may certain needs sila na hindi nami-meet. Kaya again, those are the value of those reasons. And again, this is particularly the most important question, why you wanted to pass or top the board exam. As Sir Carl has always reminded, if the why is big enough, the how becomes easy. So just a recap, if you have written, if you have complied with all the activities that we have discussed for the day, kung titingnan nyo, you have already identified who you are as a learner and as a taker. You have already identified sino ang kalaban mo, ano ang mga questions or mga subjects na dapat mong pag-aaralan. Alam mo na din kung paano sila dapat pag-aaralan. And you have also realized when is the best way to study them. Although the best way is every time, kung hindi, there are certain topics, kapag medyo mahina ka ng mga topics na yon, I would also suggest you study them by pag malapit ng board exam because of law of recency. So diba related din sila. And lastly is the why. Always remind yourself why you wanted to pass or top the board exam. pwedeng yung family, pwede you wanted to make your school proud. Just like me, I wanted to make Opol Community College proud. That's why I really struggled. I really endured my preparation for the board exam. Why? At kahit mag-isa ka lang on the day of the board exam, remember that as you pray, God will be with you as you take your board exam, and in spirit, your family are behind you, supporting you, and praying for you. Kung napansin nyo, may isang question lang akong hindi nabanggit, and that is, where? Saan magre-review or mag-aaral? Of course, that's an easy question. That will be in CBRC, where the dream and the dreamer become one. I'm very excited to meet the future top-notchers, the future LPs from CBRC. Hopefully, kayo lang din ang makikita sa oath-taking. So once again, this has been Vernie Glujon Tilas Marias, top 2 of the September 2018 Proud Aguila, inviting you again tomorrow to tune in to the 7th National Virtual Conference for Teachers. And please, abangan nyo po yung magiging next issue. First issue natin for the year of the Maestra Journal. Thank you so much for tuning in and continue learning for free through the Carl E. Balita Public Figure page. And stay tuned, we will have more free lectures for CLE, NLE, and CSE later. Thank you so much and God bless po.
Linaw, Gina.